Сайн байцгаана уу хүн үзэгчтэй. Өнөөдөр манай de facto нэвтрүүлгийн зочноор энэ Сэдэв гэж аргачлалыг бий болгосон Японы Цүкуба сургуулийн профессор хадагтай Токи Анме оролцож байна.
Токи Анме Цукуба их сургуулийн Анагаах ухааны факультетийн профессор. Токиогийн их сургуулийн Анагаахын их сургуулийг төгссөн Анагаах ухааны доктор. Японы шинжлэх ухааныг дэмжих нийгэмлэгийн докторийн дараах судалгааны хүрээлэн, хөгжлийн бэрхшээлтэй иргэдийн сэргээн засах үндэсний төвийн эрдэм шинжилгээний хүрээлэн, Америкийн нэгдсэн улсын нийгмийн халамжийн нийгэмлэгт зочин судлаач, эрүүл мэнд, нийгмийн хамгааллын яам, Токиогийн их сургуулийн хөгжлийн Анагаах ухааны тэнхим, Анагаах ухааны факультетэд туслах профессор, Америкийн нэгдсэн улсын Иллинойсын их сургуулийн зочин судлаач, Хамамоцу их сургуулийн Анагаах ухааны сургуулийн профессор, Цукуба их сургуулийн төгсөлтийн дараах сургуулийн профессороор тус ажиллаж байжээ. Олон улсын хүнийг хөгжилд хүчирхэгжүүлэх ухааныг хэрэглэхүй холбооны тэргуун бөгөөд Ахмад Настан хөгжлийн бэрхшээлтэй иргэдэд зориулсан эрүүл мэнд, нийгмийн үйлчилгээний олон улсын системийн шинжлэх ухааны хорооны зөвлөлийн дарга. 105 ном сурах бичиг, 400 гаруй эрдэм шинжилгээний өгүүлэл, 404 илтгэл, 41 ярилцлага, 68 урт хугацааны судалгааг удирдан явуулсан.
Good evening.
Nice to meet you.
Well, let's talk about the Сэдэв, the system that have you initiated, and now already many countries internationally follow the concept.
Yes.
Let us know more about the system, why you have created it.
Nowadays, the disciplining is now very much interdisciplinary, and international research is very, very important, not only the narrow area. So we developed the system and empowerment sciences based on the evidence and implemented it to the society to empower all the people in the world.
And I understand the systems and empowerment sciences for lifespan development.
Yes.
So mostly the focus is life, quality life.
Yes, from
longer
baby
longevity.
to the elderly.
Yes. And I think it's particularly important for several countries, including Japan, where people live longer, happier, and also you said the lifespan development. And you regard life like, remember there was a lifelong education. Now you say lifelong development.
Yes.
What the principal difference of that two?
That is not so much different, but we have to think all lifespan we can develop. So education is needed and well-being is needed whole life, not only the children, adults, but also for elderly people. Until we pass away, we have a power, and we should empower such power. That's the concept.
So how we'll do that?
For example, we have 5 longitudinal research. That means 20 years, 30 years, 40 years follow-up. What kind of factors affect to the well-being and happiness of the people. Based on such evidence, we develop the materials such as picture book for children, cartoons for the students, and some movies for the people who understand easily what's the essence of empowerment.
So what is that essence, empowerment? You particularly use the word empowerment. It's making stronger the impact, the influence of anything on the subject, right? It's more making stronger.
Not on the subject, from the subject.
Okay.
Yeah.
Please tell me, what is that? How you do that from the subject?
Yeah, sometimes empowerment has misunderstood. The empowerment is their own power flourish by themselves. So we professionals help them to flourish by themselves. That is empowerment.
That means from within a person.
Yeah, within the person.
Okay, let's a very interesting concept. Well, first of all, you need to understand completely and convince that you have that power inside, right?
Even a small baby, even the very frail elderly have a power inside. Yes, that
how
is
you
a
would,
convenience.
or that person discover that. How you would do that?
If they cannot discover by themselves, we support them to discover. That is the role of professionals, health social professionals.
For that,
support,
you need
yes.
certain interactions. How you would do that?
First, we find the strengths of those people who maybe don't notice their strengths yet. But as a professional, we find many strengths of them and notice them and approve them to flourish by themselves.
Can we talk that in the concrete case, for example, particular from your life or from your experiences? Can you explain that?
Okay. We have 3 types of empowerment.
Okay.
Self-empowerment, peer empowerment, and community empowerment. We have evidence if you use these 3 types of empowerment together, not separately, together is big synergy impact. So if the self-empowerment is very weak and difficult, we use peer empowerment and community empowerment to empower self so much.
Very interesting. Self, peer, and community.
Yes.
Are they to be existing at the same time, or?
We professionally, intentionally make together to use. That's very reasonable because please imagine, for example, some kinds of depressive people, it's very hard by themselves, self-empower. But the peer and the community make some environment to empower them, to support the depressive people to have something to target, then self-empower by themselves can flourish.
Have you tried it in Japan
Yes,
first?
yes.
Tell
Our
us
40
about
years,
40 years.
follow-up.
Okay.
Evidence-based.
40 years, evidence-based.
I'm young, but 40
Okay.
years experience
Okay.
about that.
I like it, yeah. Let's start from very practical case from the life where you have seen the first substantial impact within these 3 environments you have achieved. Tell us about that case, please.
Yeah, so many examples, so it's hard to
What
choose.
is the most impressive or long-lasting for you in your memory?
Yeah, for me, the community empowerment is so interesting. Not only in Japan. I visited many low-income countries, Africa and South Asian countries, and make the community empower together. The tips is involvement of the children together with the parents and make the community better. Such kinds of activities is very essential.
Activities like what?
Yeah, kinds of making some healthy exercise by themselves and together moving to the healthy behaviors. For example, the corona time, washing hands, kinds of activities to make some songs and dance, enjoy to wash hands. Such kinds of activities are effective. It's very primitive, but effective and continuous, sustainable. They themselves can continue.
So that process can change the person's
person's
attitude,
behavior.
life,
Yes,
right?
not only that one, that community behavior also. More make it more healthy ones.
All right, I can imagine. I even remember during COVID time there were certain posters, in particular by WHO, the UNICEF, how to wash hands, how to do it joyfully, how to do that together, all this.
Yeah. Engagement.
Engagement.
Is essential.
Oh, that's the essential word, engagement.
Yes.
And
even the children, elderly people, engagement.
Yeah, then how to get convinced people to be engaged, because you see with the all existing environment, the apathy of the society, people are coming in more and more evident. So in that circumstances,
yes,
what you would do?
Yeah, the most important things is enjoy by themselves.
Okay.
So I'm always thinking how to make enjoyable environment by engagement.
Okay.
So in that case, it's very useful to use children.
Yes.
If children come, parents, other adults are coming and enjoy together. So that's a tips, I think.
Well, it's in case of children, now it's easier to engage them. It's maybe even faster to engage them as soon as they understand it's joyful, etc.
Yeah.
How about in the society where, for example, people are tired of seeing things, not justice things happening, like in Mongolia, for example. Many people would expect that, we may have now the democratic system, we will have an election, then our life will be better, I will be living better, yet it's not happening as they wanted. And many people, for example, younger people now, leaving their country, they try to leave to find better salary. In that circumstances, how you would find that engagement?
It's important to do step by step, not so far first. Just one step. Just one step. Yeah. If you educate the children, 5 years later, 10 years later, the situation should be changed. I'm convinced. Because our longitudinal study is 20 years, 30 years, 40 years now. The first 10 years, some project is very difficult to get the evidence and outcomes. But keep on going step by step, then you can get the fruitful evidence.
Wow, you are talking about the consistent work, 10, 20, 30 years span of work.
Yes, such kinds of long
Tell us about
span.
the case of your success story after 30 years of involvement to engage people in community.
Yeah, for example, 30 years ago, it's a very big problem in Japan, the child abuse kinds of things. Of course, now, not yet completely sorted, but before it's more and more serious. But we make the program to empower the parents. Parents themselves have lots of stress because they're working very hard in the company and child raising, such kind of thing. So we make the program to educate parents and child care professionals and develop the system to support and empower the parents and child care professionals.
What was the content of that program? How you would educate parents to be more softer to their children, not to reflect their stresses on the child?
Yeah, the professionals should be evidence-based. So we develop the scales, many scales, to evaluate the stress level and the child care environment in the home, child care support environment in the child care center, such kinds of 5 scales we developed, and based on that scale evaluation, we give the advice, scientific advice, not the imagination.
What 5 scales are you talking about?
Child developmental scale, child home rearing environment scale, child social skill scale, such kind of things.
Social. So depending on the age, that would be different approach, right?
Yes.
About how to get, you said, social development, for example, social skills development, which I find very interesting. And in Japan, what I have noticed in general, it's probably it's so much take care of others' country, I believe. I saw parking to the office, employees coming. But those who comes first, they park it very far. Usually in America, it's close to the entrance, so that you spend short time. And then ask, why is that? You come first. There's a free places close to your entrance. It will save time. And then you would say, no. Then those who will be coming late will not have a chance to be late. So he's parking far, and the guy is just completely opposite. I mean, how does it work? Is it like one person is okay, and I understand, but how community can do that? That's what I want to understand.
Yeah, for us it's natural.
Natural.
Yeah. Not so unusual things. Because someone need care should stop the nearest place. People with disabilities kind of thing.
Yes.
So I can walk, so it's park okay, far from the entrance.
And I also, during this Fukushima, that tsunami, all this crisis, there was on TV, the soldiers would carry senior people, and I saw one old man, a woman, being carried by a soldier. She was apologizing on two sides. Sorry for causing a problem, for causing burden, etc. That very unique kind of. How come that Japan is doing that? Not every country not doing that.
I think Mongolian people also always think for the God, something great. So for those elder women, thank the God, like God who helped her. That's the same.
During this communist time, we have been repressing the religion. And it's kind of forbidden. Now for the last 30 years, kind of renew with that religion, different religion, whatever they believe, because there is a religious freedom here. Hopefully this kind of motivational thing may come to the society deeper. We say, and we notice that, for example, in Mongolia, you grow up your child, when you grow up your children, you would say, you should not be living worse than others. Yet Japan is saying that you should live in the way that don't burden others, right?
Not don't burden, support others is a very great education.
Okay.
Yeah,
and is it a recent phenomena or it's cultural?
Culture. From 1,000 years ago, the harmony and support each other is essential for Japanese discipline.
Why?
Yeah, because we are the agricultural person. Without support each other, we cannot survive 1,000 years. So that is the culture. And we always thank the environment, natures, people, sun.
There was a town called Kesenoma.
Kesenoma?
In the north. There were Mongolians presented big salt of this table size after tsunami. They made small shrine. And the salt means the end of bad time in your symbol, right? After funeral, you use salt to make clean the further days, further roads. And in Sumo also they use this salt to make things more purified, right? And I understand after that, after that shrine was made, more tourists came back to Kesenoma So I even made a documentary called Casinoma Mongolian Salt.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's on my website. You can see. In that way, I just try to get Mongolians understand what makes Japanese to be like you are today, taking care of yourself. I mean, the others first of all. In that case, what is your observation compared with what I said? Observations in Mongolia.
My students are very similar to Japanese way. They stay Japan 3 years, 4 years, and together with doing the research in the project, the field, they understand mutual support is very essential and mutual thankfulness is essential. So I don't have any difference.
I see. So with your students?
Yeah, same as human being.
Okay, but not all of them. Not your students, but not all Mongolians. So we need to get people more understanding of our tradition is also traditionally Mongolians nomads, but they have been taking care of their neighbors as well.
Yeah, and environment also very important.
Yeah, quite nomadic life. For example, what they were doing is Mongolians have many ships, right? Many sheep, and the baby sheep in the morning is separated from mother sheep. The same with the neighbor, and then switch the younger sheep to the sheep of the older sheep, and they switch the babies and kind of mothers. And during whole day, because the baby sheep is not there, his or her baby, the baby sheep would not drink the milk of their mother, and they will be on the pasture whole day, and in the evening they bring the sheep back, they milk them. Then after they switch back to the baby sheep. They come now, they are kind of exchanging, and it will be big noises because everybody is looking and calling each other, and then huge noises in this whole steppe. I think this is a way of taking care of cooperating together.
Oh, interesting. I never heard about
I'm
that.
trying to get this value from our tradition, which we lose now with modernization, urbanization. More than half of population lives in all the crazy city, creating so much traffic jam, as you see. And with that, we are, with the great fast speed, losing also our traditions to take care of, etc. That's why I was interested to learn about the program. You have been doing it, and now I understand you do the SISTED conference, annual conference in Mongolia, right? Tell us about the conference. Who is participating, and what is your program?
Oh, of course, the international delegates and many Mongolian people from not only the university, but also the NPOs and child rights institutes, elderly rights institutes. So various, interdisciplinary
How many
and international.
total people?
Now 60 together, and online members.
On time also?
Online members.
Okay.
From
so then even more.
All over, all over the world.
So you have been creating this system. To be exact, this is called Systems and Empowerment Sciences for Lifespan Development. And you have been working on that consistently. In fact, you coined the name, developed the system. Now many countries are following you. Was it originally your concept to be all over the world, or
No.
when you came to that scale, let's say?
40 years ago, the sister gave the birth. So that is 40 years ago. My first generations, my mentors' generations made this concept. But at that time, not the system and empowerment sciences, just system sciences. Because 40 years ago, the system science is very much popular, become popular.
The word systems was very popular as well.
System itself very popular. But now, 30 years later, we changed the name of system science, system and empowerment sciences. Because empowerment is keyword.
Environment or empowerment?
Empowerment.
Empowerment.
Empowerment is a keyword, for human sciences.
So you switched the system with environment.
Discuss into the steering committee members and decide to change the name. But our SysTET is not change. The name is SysTET is the same, but actually puts the empowerment in it.
And using all science to the direction of life development, lifespan development.
Lifespan development.
You see with that, with the longevity, which is growing, not only Japan now, Korea, China, all over the world, I think it's not by chance that this so-called artificial intelligence coming, with which robots are taking jobs. And more, I mean, the machine is becoming, they are learning from their mistakes, and they're becoming more even stronger, more smarter than person. So what is your vision in that, in terms of lifespan?
Yeah, we are very happy. We can use AI for our longevity research. So I'm so exciting. We can see the new era, and we can use such splendid AI skills. So let's use that one.
Then don't you think it will kill many jobs, and people will be more unemployed?
I don't think so.
Why?
They provide new kinds of jobs.
But that requires new skills development, new education, which we don't do right now. We may be too late.
No, why it's too late? So we can learn anytime. So our study, our evidence show, even 80 years, 90 years, you can learn with your interest. So you see, in Japan, we have a programmer, 80 years old woman, enjoy so much. So lifelong education, lifelong interest, it's really wonderful time for us. We can use AI.
Well, for that, you need such a system like in Japan where serious retirement foundations, serious medical care, all the system should be grown up like in Japan in order to enjoy life at 80 years old, which is not easy for many low-income countries or middle-income countries even. So in that case, the approach maybe are not like one size fits all.
Various approach we should develop. Yeah. But I think the human beings' essential, fundamental kinds of things are similar, even low-income countries, middle-income countries, and high-income countries. People have a curiosity until the last day.
Okay, interesting. So always use that curiosity of people to have a more quality life, enjoy life, and through three environment. Self-environment, peer environment, and community environment.
Yes.
Interesting approach.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for your sharing this interesting concept with us.
My pleasure.
I'm happy to hear that you have a lot of Mongolian students who support this idea. And hopefully they will help other Mongolians to think in that way as you do. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you very much.
За хүн төзөгчтэй өнөөдөр манай дефактоны нэвтрүүлгийн зочноор Японы Tsukuba их сургуулийн профессор, амьдралын хөгжлийн тухай, чанарыг сайжруулах тухай систет гэж онолыг бий болгосон профессор Tokie Anme оролцоо. Баярлалаа.